नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका आपके अपने यूट्यूब चैनल जस्ट डू इट पर। तो दोस्तों आज मैं करूँगा ओलिवबोर्ड पर एसबीआई क्लर्क मेंस का 6 नंबर का मॉक टेस्ट करेंगे। ठीक है, तो दोस्तों अगर आपने इस मॉक टेस्ट को अटेम्प्ट किया हो 6th मॉक को, तो अपना स्कोर कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताना, सेक्शन वाइज बताना दोस्तों। ठीक है, तो चलिए दोस्तों करते हैं स्टार्ट, देखते हैं क्या रहता है हमारा स्कोर इसमें। ठीक है, SBI card on 6th November announced that number of its credit card in circulation has surpassed 20 million. In which year State Bank of India started its credit card business? आई थिंक 2005 में स्टार्ट किया था, बट एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता, तो नहीं करूँगा। एज पर February 25, विच कंट्री emerged as largest oil supplier to India? Largest oil supplier to India, maintaining its top position with 1.58 million barrels per day of crude oil. एग्जैक्टली नहीं, ये भी पता। As a systematically important bank, SBI needs to maintain additional capital against all its loan and investment. 2468 0.8 है, ठीक है, अदर देन दोज गिवन ऑप्शन, ये आएगा इसका। इन जनवरी 25, कैबिनेट कमिटी ऑन इकोनॉमिक अफेयर चेयर बाय प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी हैज अप्रूव द रिवाइवल प्लान फॉर राष्ट्रीय इस्पात निगम लिमिटेड फॉर हाउ मेनी क्रोर्स? Which report released by World Economic Forum Annual Summit in Davos January 25 was developed in collaboration with KPMG and focusing on ensuring equitable distribution of AI's benefit across societies and economies? Headquarter of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, काठमांडू, ढाका, दिल्ली। ये पढ़ा था मैंने यार, बट अभी साउथ एशियन। श्री महादेव कौशिक, ये तो नहीं कर पाऊंगा। अकॉर्डिंग टू फिकीज इकोनॉमिक आउटलुक सर्वे कंडक्टेड इन December 24, India's GDP ग्रोथ प्रोजेक्शन फॉर करंट फाइनेंशियल वाज रिवाइज्ड टू, नहीं पता। Choose the following is true about central bank digital currency. सेंट्रल बैंक डिजिटल करेंसी इज अ डिजिटल फॉर्म ऑफ कंट्रीज फिएट करेंसी। 1 तो सही है, ठीक है। मैनेजमेंट ऑफ करेंसीज वन ऑफ द कोर सेंट्रल बैंकिंग फंक्शन ऑफ RBI, for which it derives the necessary statutory power from Section 42 of RBI Act 1934. Unlike cryptocurrencies that operates without any regulation, CBDC are legal tenders issued and backed by central bank. 1 and 3 तो करेक्ट है, 2 भी करेक्ट ही है, बट ये एक्ट का कंफ्यूजन है मुझे, बट मैं ऑल 1 2 3 कर देता हूँ। Which region is set to host the ice events for Khelo India Winter Games? स्केटिंग, हॉकी, नहीं पता। साउथ ईस्टर्न कोलफील्ड्स लिमिटेड, अ छत्तीसगढ़ बेस्ड सब्सिडरी ऑफ कोल इंडिया अंडर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कोल, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, हैज अप्रूव, नहीं पता। Which former first class cricketer was elected as new secretary of the board of control for cricket in India during special general meeting in January 25, succeeding Jay Shah? राजीव शुक्ला, अरुण धुमाल, नहीं पता। The Mahabodhi Temple Complex, an important Buddhist site in India, is located in which of the following state of India? नहीं पता। Which public sector bank has launched innovative digital branches aimed at enhancing customer banking experience by seamlessly integrating physical and digital services, offering a seamless blend of technology and customer service? तो बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा किंवा बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, बट एग्जैक्टली तो नहीं पता ना। Which among the following is the co-founder and CEO of Bengaluru-based fintech Skydo, which received in principle approval from RBI payment aggregator? श्रीवास्तव श्रीधर ये हो सकते हैं. Which among the following is net own minimum fund required for housing finance company to start business in India? नहीं पता exactly. Which newly introduced component under the livestock health and disease control program aims to provide good quality, affordable generic veterinary medicine with an allocated provision of 75 crore in March 25. Which of the following NBFC primarily focused on gold loans receive approval from RBI to open 115 new branches in February 25? मन्नापुरम नहीं पता. Union government has released 15th Finance Commission grants during financial year 2025 for rural local bodies in Himachal Pradesh and Goa. Which ministry are involved in recommending the release of 15th Finance Commission grants to states? In the initiative Swayat launched by the government in marketplace to promote startups, women entrepreneurs and youth in public procurement, Y stand for? यूथ हो सकता है इसका आंसर. Which of the following location was officially renamed following the signing of executive order 14172 by US President Donald Trump, a decision that was later by designating February 9 as special day? Which of the following is not a commodity group taken into account while calculating wholesale price index? होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स होलसेल में तो सभी आते हैं बट एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता. RBI announced that interest rate on Government of India floating rate bond 2035 will be reset to एक पता था मुझे 8.50 बट वो दूसरा वाला था. ADB has sanctioned loans to bolster India's economic growth through development environment sustainable infrastructure commitment. 500 million हो सकता है. RBI has increased the transaction limit for offline digital payment through UPI Lite. ठीक है. The move can benefit many people, especially those who live in places with poor internet connectivity. ठीक है. Incorrect. RBI has hiked the per transaction limit for UPI Lite 500 to 1000. ठीक है, ये ट्रू है. Wallet limit UPI Lite 2000 to 5000. ये भी सही है. UPI Lite transaction are offline in the sense that there is no need to enter UPI pin while making payments. ठीक है, ये all three सही है. An NRE account can be opened by NRI who has lived outside India for at least 120 पढ़ा था मैंने कुछ बट अभी बढ़ा दिया होगा लिमिट. 150 तो नहीं पता नहीं एग्जैक्टली आइडिया नहीं. Which Indian law enforcement agency developed the platform Bharat Pol inaugurated in January 25 to streamline real-time international assistance through Interpol, replacing traditional method like letter and emails? नीति आयोग ये भी नहीं करवाऊंगा मैं. In January 25, Nigeria became 9th BRICS partner country. Plus Bolivia, Cuba originally formed by which of the following countries? Brazil, Russia, इंडिया, चाइना, साउथ अफ्रीका। ठीक है, ब्रिक्स, साउथ अफ्रीका बाद में ऐड हुआ था। ठीक है, तो 2 नहीं होगा, बाकी सब होंगे। RBI has announced an increase in the limit for collateral free agriculture loans for allied activities in a significant move. नहीं, 1.6 की हो गई है। ठीक है, लोन्स अप टू 3 लाख अंडर मॉडिफाइड इंटरेस्ट सबमिशन। 2-3 आएगा इसका आंसर फिर शायद, क्योंकि 1 मुझे गलत लग रहा है, बट बाद में देखेंगे इसे। NPCI भारत बिल पे लिमिटेड has introduced a new functionality called UPMS. What is full form of UPMS? ये एग्जैक्टली तो नहीं पता। RBI set up new standing external advisory committee which will evaluate application for universal bank, small finance bank, headed by RBI Deputy Governor M.K. Jain as chairperson in January 25. First committee was formed. नहीं पता। In March 25, ऋत्विक चौधरी बोलीपाली and his partner Nichols have claimed means which regulatory authority granted approval to India's first Ayurvedic medical device, Nadi, developed for pulse diagnosis. Which state in India in January 25 receive a mega investment of 65,000 crore from Gautam Adani? Minister of Textile chair 9th Import Power Committee, ये भी नहीं पता। Under the Credit Information Company Act 2005, which of the following organization is empowered to impose monetary penalty on financial entities functioning in India for non-compliance with the provision mentioned in the Act? Under Credit Information Companies. क्रेडिट इंफॉर्मेशन कंपनीज पर सेबी मुझे लगता है ऐसा, क्योंकि सीआईसी सेबी के अंडर आती है, बट आरबीआई भी हो सकता है, बट मुझे सेबी लग रहा है, क्योंकि ठीक है देखते हैं। सेबी मार्क पर व्यू करता हूँ। इंडिया विल नीड टू एक्सपांड एट एन एवरेज 7.8 एनुअली इन टर्म्स ऑफ रियलाइज गोल इमेजिंग डेवलप कंट्री। ये पढ़ा था मैंने। 8.2 तो नहीं है, ठीक है, 7.8 ही है आंसर। बाय विच ईयर as PM Modi set the target of achieving 500 gigawatt non-fossil fuel based capacity energy 2030। फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमन और मंत्री धन्य अंडर द स्कीम हाउ मेनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑल ओवर इंडिया? 100। PCI पिन पता नहीं। 42 रिप्रेजेंटिंग यूनियन बजट 25-26 स्टार फाइनेंस कॉर्पोरेशन फॉर माइक्रो स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस 5 to 10 crore leading additional credit of 1.5 lakh crore. Which fintech firm acquired checkout financing platform BharatX in all cash? ठीक है। Market regulator SEBI has allowed NBFC including housing finance companies to invest in security receipt issued by encouraging investment in bad loans. ARC होगा। सेबी क्यों करेगी? ठीक है, ARC लग रहा है मुझे। Which of the following bank announced strategic partnership with CSK to launch co-branded credit card offering? ठीक है, सिटी यूनियन बैंक। Which when bank falls short to achieve PSL target, it has parked the difference amount in Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. Which theme was chosen for the 10th edition of RBI's Financial Literacy Week 2025 launched by Sanjay Malhotra? Financial Literacy, Women's Prosperity. Among the following edition of India Japan Still Dialogue was successfully held in February 4? नहीं पता। लास्ट में आते आते 10-15 तो हो ही जाते हैं क्वेश्चन, इसमें मेरे हुए 11। ठीक है, अभी जिस पे डाउट है वो देखते हैं एक बार। मुझे नहीं लगता जिस पे डाउट है वो करनी चाहिए क्वेश्चंस। बट से SBI कार्ड 2003 या 2005 लग रहा है मुझे, बट एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता, तो नहीं करूँगा। ये भी नहीं पता एग्जैक्टली। ये पढ़ा था मैंने सार्क। बट एग्जैक्टली नहीं याद आ रहा। ठीक है, ये भी एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता, ये भी नहीं पता एग्जैक्टली, और ये भी एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता। स्वायत्त। ठीक है दोस्तों, मैं बाकी कोई नहीं करूँगा क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट सेक्शन के ऊपर चलते हैं। 1 मिनट में मोबाइल लगा लेता हूँ। ठीक है, ओके। ठीक है, इंग्लिश पूरी पावर के साथ करना है हमें। ठीक, ठीक है, ये सही से तो बैठ रहा है, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। ओके, तो दोस्तों अभी करते हैं इंग्लिश को स्टार्ट। ठीक है, इंग्लिश पूरे डेडिकेशन, शिद्दत से, पूरे अच्छे से करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट सेक्शन के ऊपर चलते हैं। इसमें से 6-7 भी मार्क्स आ जाएंगे मेरे, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, बाकी के मार्क्स कवर कर लूँगा इंग्लिश क्वांट और रीजनिंग से, स्पेशली क्वांट रीजनिंग से। ठीक है, मैं ज़्यादा करूँगा ही नहीं, जितना एग्जैक्टली पता है और जितना मतलब जो 80-90% श्योर हूँ वही करूँगा। ठीक है, तो चलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेक्शन के ऊपर। एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके। Extreme heat from the Mount Vesuvius eruption in Italy was so immense it turned on victim brain into glass. Extreme heat from the Mount Vesuvius eruption in Italy was so immense it turned one victim's brain into glass. A study has suggested the volcano in 79 AD, killing thousands and destroying Roman settlement near modern-day Naples. The town of Herculaneum, the town of Herculaneum was covered by volcanic matter, was buried by volcanic matter, entombing some of its residents. Covered by a team of researchers has been investigation studying the remains of the one victim unearthed in the town in 1960. A study published in New England Journey of Medicine on Thursday said fragments of a glassy black material were extracted from the victim's skull. Researchers behind the study believe the black material is the vitrified remains, wisely remains, flexibly vitrified remains of the man's brain. Vitrification is the process by which material is burned at high heat and cooled rapidly, turning it into glass or glaze. Preservation of ancient brain remains is an extremely rare find, said Dr. Pier Paola Petron, lead author of study. Victim believed to be a man in his mid-20s was found lying on a wooden bed, buried by volcanic ash at Herculaneum. He was probably killed instantly by the eruption, Dr. Petron said. Analysis of charred wood near the body showed an near body showed an escalate ultimately maximum showed and maximum temperature शोड एन इनफ्लेट टेम्परेचर होगा ये कदाचित स्केलेट टेम्परेचर इनफ्लेट पता नहीं करूँगा ये पे अभी सेकंड का मुझे लग रहा है बरीड ठीक है project situation involving multiple stakeholders. As a result, infrastructure projects generally take a long time to particularly large and complex BCA. As a result, they take a long time before yielding financial returns. B. The reason the copies of such high quality of biodynamic farming by creating interconnected and symbiotic ecosystem BC. One of the sentence may contain grammatical error. The diligent student rarely misses. Diligent student rare misses. ये तो गलत लग रहा है. Social once the initial practical difficulties had been ironed out. यही गलत है. When the apologies are credible, that is, they comprise punishment and increase in monitoring of the government, they reduce labor disquiet and production disinvestment. I was able to record such a large body of data owing to the assistance of my friends, many of whom were network marketers themselves. If she had knew about the impending changes to the company's policy and procedures, she would have taken proactive measures to align her team's workflow accordingly. During the dry season, the locusts could be approached closer than during. ठीक है ये गलत है. The community center offers a variety of programs designed to engage residents of all ages and backgrounds. He meticulously planned the surprise party, ensuring every detail was perfect, from the decorations to the guest list. The wildlife sanctuary is home to numerous endangered species, providing them with a safe habitat to thrive and reproduce. Despite the initial setbacks, the project team remained optimistic and committed to achieving their goals within stipulated time. Likewise, such training involves senior staff observing the performance of junior staff and proactively provided feedback and giving the calculation. false one तो नहीं है. Watchfully render the necessary feedback. Likewise, such training involves senior staff observing the performance of junior staff. अभी वॉचफुली सही है या नहीं एग्जैक्टली पता नहीं, बट 3 तो कंफर्म सही है, तो इसे मार्क पर रिव्यू करूंगा. David believed it was important for us to find a spiritual communality that fosters an atmosphere of openness. David believed it was important for us to find a inner community that breeds find a internal colony that encourage the numinous community टू थ्री लग रहा है. As honeybees make their way through the world, they are ideally suited to pick up bits and pieces of dirt under the way. A fresh pool of water may be built up in the Rishi Ganga river that could tip over a mass of rock and debris, thereby impeding ongoing rescue operations in Uttarakhand. The microfinance sector shrunk 4% between the 9 months to December. Between the 9 months, the average loan size falling by 10% as lenders turned cautious amid the pandemic that derailed the robust repayment system which the sector banks on. ठीक है. ADC, the general level of goods and service in an AD तो होना ही चाहिए. Results in reduction in purchasing power per unit of money. In economics, inflation is sustained increase in the general price level of goods and service in an economy for a period of time which consecutively. ठीक है. The series AC. When we see a refrigerator, we think we are simply, but in our mind we are also calling up all the other things in a kitchen that we associate with a refrigerator. बीड़ी तो है. ठीक है. When we see a calling, we think we are simply looking at a refrigerator, but in our mind we are also I have already mentioned that long before roads went into parliament. A भी तो है. At all he had expressed his intention to devote his life. ठीक है. It will help us to understand some of these AD तो है animalities. If I go back for a moment to the cabinet split of 1893, an affair which I had omitted recklessly. Traditionally, summer on the two occasions Welsh claimants to the title rose up in rebellion during this period. भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. Traditionally, summer and winter's solstices help mark the changing of the season. However, CD3, he waved them up and down to show that his throwing shoulder still operates despite शोल्डर स्टिल ऑपरेट्स, ये लग रहा है, ठीक है। यू लाइक अ शॉर्ट सोर्टी, यू कैन चूज वन। AF2, you like short sortie, you can choose one. Furthermore, CE2, but he knew that the location of castle was wrong, and furthermore the road between castle and hotel was not good. BD1, they might not have fizz and the pop of aerated drinks, but these beverages certainly contain. ठीक है, ये गलत हो सकती है दोस्तों। With his ghastly haircut, appealing dress sense and his strange mannerism, he is as long as, ये तो नहीं है, due to a giant man, BF3, continue practicing law past my 65th birthday for as long as, physical trading could start in both states. ABD, stage of implementing the market platform, official level discussions are being held with Bihar, and from the next fiscal, trading could start in both states. Fiscal trading could start in both states. ठीक है, इसे बाद में करेंगे। एसरबिक नहीं पता, कैनॉन ये भी नहीं पता, ठीक है। शेक्सपियर वाज निकनेम्ड, ये इजी लग रहा है पैसेज, इससे पहले करेंगे, ठीक है, इसे करेंगे पहले, भले इसमें सिर्फ 6 क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है। शेक्सपियर इज द वर्ल्ड्स प्री इमिनेंट ड्रामेटिस्ट एंड is to date regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. It is because the brilliance of Shakespeare's writing skill that he was called England's national poet and was also nicknamed Bard of Avon. Bard of Avon, ठीक है। At about the age of 7, William Shakespeare, along with other boys of his social class, started attending Stanford Grammar School. Shakespeare, along with other boys of social class, started attending Stanford Grammar School. The teachers at Stanford were strict disciplinaries, and the school was conducted around the year for 9 hours a day. William Shakespeare's love for nature in his writing could be said to have been influenced by the fields and woods surrounding the Stratford Grammar School throughout his childhood. It was at the age of 18 when Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years older than him. They had 3 children named Susanna and Emmet. William Shakespeare's career looked likely took off with his theatrical life in London. And by year 1592 he is believed to have become very well known. By this time Shakespeare had joined one of the famous theatre companies in the city. The acting company in London belonged to was called Lord Chimerian Mains, which scholars say to be one of the most popular acting companies of that time. And Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years older than him. ठीक है. So the following statement is true definitely true as per the passage. The teacher at Stanford were lenient with the student. From the 1594, Shakespeare was the leading member of acting group for almost the entire rest of his career. By the year 1594, William Shakespeare has produced at least 6 plays. In Shakespeare's lifetime, 2 monarchs ruled over England. The first monarch was Henry VIII, and then later succeeding him, Queen Elizabeth began her rule. Shakespeare's work caught both monarchs' attention. This is what made him a well-known playwright. Okay. It is evident that Shakespeare was a member of well-known traveling theatre group and did plays in many places and presence of dignitaries. Shakespeare throughout his life created brilliant piece of English literature containing timeless character and universal human qualities. Okay. The teacher at Stanford were lenient with the student. Strict disciplinaries and school was conducted around the only one monarch ruled over England during Shakespeare's lifetime. ठीक है, 2 रॉन्ग है, तो 3 और 1 दोनों में से कोई तो होगा. It was around 1630 when Shakespeare retired from this acting. ठीक है, 3 सही है, तो 3 ओनली आएगा. From the word that is synonymous with evident, which is mentioned in the passage. It is evident that Shakespeare was trustworthy, crafty, reverence, trustworthy. Which among the following influenced Shakespeare the most during his childhood? The fields and woods around the Stanford. ठीक है. ये 39, इस पे डाउट है थोड़ा सा. Which of the following social issue women have to deal with as a result of less physical exercise? Which of the following referred to as domain of men in India? Could be motive behind pinning down for paragraph, stemming, confined, sensitive. स्टील. ठीक है. ज़्यादा पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं इस पैसेज को पूरा. Which of the following social issues women have to deal with as a result of less physical exercise? डायरेक्टली हम लोग ढूंढेंगे इसमें आंसर. थोड़ा सा ऊपर ऊपर से पढ़ लेता हूँ. Equality between men and women in India stock nowhere more than its of its cities is the domain of men. Of course, this partly because there are fewer women in the population with 940 women per 1,000 men. Nation has low sex ratio stemming from families' preference for male children as well as poor nutrition and health care for women. More just 27% of women participate in the workforce. Most obvious in although women in India mostly walk, cycle and use public transport, still much less viable public spaces. According to India 2011, only 17% people communicate to work urban. Even India's large metropolitan cities, Delhi, the inequality is also reflected in data about driver's license where means compare take a even rapidly growing economy. The means that vast majority travel on foot cycle. In England, 27% women travel 3 modes travel, which include journey. Given the incidence, it is clear not because of women travel by car. Many women do not travel in any city or almost study found. Women are exposed to high risk of heart disease, breast cancer, depression. All. Which of the following have been inferred as the domain of men in India? Domain of men in India. ठीक है, inequality between men and women. More than so than on streets. Women in India mostly walk, cycle. Which of the following has been referred as the domain of men in India? डोमेन यार, डोमेन तो मुझे दिखा नहीं. स्ट्रीट्स ऑफ इंडियन सिटीज, ओनली 3 होगा फिर. Which of the following could be motive? ये बाद में करेंगे. Stemming, closest synonym of stemming. With 940 women per 1000 men, the nation has a low sex ratio stemming from families' preference for male children. Canvassing, conforming, commencing, collaborating, commencing, confined, antonym. What's more than third of women who work in Indian cities do so from whom? Confined to the home. Sensitive. Infrastructure must be designed to be sensitive to the needs of women. Unfriendly. Instill, synonym. Attractive streets with lots of other people around, while lonely streets instill fear. Develop. Fourth paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4. Given the evidence, it is clear that this is not because women travel more by car, because many women do not travel in city at all. Our study found that only 20% of all trips in Delhi are made by women, and only 25% in Bangalore city. With lower level of physical activity, women are exposed to risk of heart disease. What's more than third of women who work in Indian cities do so from home. Confined to the home, women are socially excluded, which means they lose out on the benefits that often come developing social network. ठीक है. Women in cities do not travel a lot. Various downsides that women have to go through. ठीक है. Trustworthy. Acerbic. Very acerbic and call connection takes a very long time. F. Dr. Petron said analysis of charred wood found near the body showed an inflate temperature. Inflate कर दूंगा इसे. Likewise, such training involves senior staff observing the performance of junior staff proactively. टू 3 कर देता हूँ अभी. ठीक है. as honeybees make their way throughout the world, they are ideally suited to pick up weeds and pieces of dirt under the way. See only. A fresh pool of water may be built up in the Rishi Ganga river. CD1. Although the surface is cold, the base of an ice sheet is generally warmer due to a giant of man, yet he knows nevertheless कर देता हूँ इसे, ठीक है। तो इसमें इंग्लिश में हो सकते हैं गलत, क्योंकि मैंने थोड़ी सी रिस्क ली है इसमें, ठीक है। तो ठीक है, देखते हैं क्या होता है। क्वांट में अच्छा करना पड़ेगा, क्वांट और रीजनिंग में, ठीक है। तो चलिए दोस्तों, क्वांट स्टार्ट करते हैं अभी, ठीक है। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं दोस्तों, ठीक है। इसे कर सकते हैं वो भी आराम से, क्वेश्चन भी छोटे हैं, काफ़ी छोटे हैं, ठीक, कर सकते हैं आराम से। ये भी कर सकते हैं, इंटू 2 16 17 9 16 13 प्लस माइनस 68 17 16 प्लस प्लस, ठीक है। एक्स इज लेस देन और इक्वल टू वाई, 36 5, ठीक है। 6 5 11 7 प्लस 11 माइनस 7, ठीक है, इज द आंसर। ये भी कर सकते हैं आराम से, ये भी कर सकते हैं, और ये भी कर सकते हैं आराम से, क्वेश्चन छोटे हैं इस पे। ये भी करेंगे, ये भी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। ये भी, इस पे डाटा कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा, तो इसे थोड़ा सा लास्ट में प्रेफरेंस देंगे, ठीक है। डाटा कैलकुलेट हो गया तो इजी है, फिर वो ये नहीं करेंगे। प्रोबेबिलिटी ये कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। ये कर सकते हैं। टोटल स्टूडेंट, ठीक है, इन ईच गर्ल्स रेशियो ऑफ नंबर ऑफ बॉयज टू दैट ऑफ गर्ल्स, ठीक है। ये भी कर सकते, क्वेश्चन थोड़े से बड़े बस, ठीक है, बट आराम से कर सकते हैं। 2 क्वेश्चन है उसके ऊपर, ये देखेंगे, क्योंकि बाकी बहुत क्वेश्चन है करने के लिए, और क्वेश्चन भी बड़े इसके एसलेट पे ऊपर, तो वो नहीं करेंगे। ये कर सकते हैं, ये भी कर सकते हैं, ये करेंगे अभी के अभी। 20 47 95 195 395 795 1595 400 200 800 100 50, ठीक है। 47 14 19 23 41 107 365 1391 1000 30 60 66 20 minus 2, 200, 260, 258, ये तो नहीं होगा, इसे बाद में करेंगे। 872, 586, 2312, 6408, 14408, 28232 into 9 to 7 6 into 2 12 289 307 771 193 49 13 4 minus 3 minus 3 76 760 minus 1 771। ठीक है, इसे भी कर सकते हैं आराम से। 8⁵5 टू क्यूब 15 minus 16 minus 10 plus 10 equal to cube 3 minus 80/5 minus 1 9 8 divided by 1/2 16 3 plus x 6 13 into 15 is 36 minus 8 28 364 divided by x 52 7 120 820 840 9/11 5 7 100 13 120 5 11 22.5 ठीक है। 88 minus 10 प्लस -484 minus 71 minus 12 78 76 496 71 567 minus 413 ठीक है 4 into 5 4 into 2 14 16 plus 16 minus 14 17 21 17 14 ठीक है x is greater than or equal to y ठीक है 21 14 माइनस माइनस 49 ठीक है 120 minus 24 plus 5 30 x is less than y ठीक है तो इसे करते हैं अभी पहले इस डी को परसेंट ब्रेकअप नंबर ऑफ पीपल ABCDEFG ABCDEFG ठीक है 14% और ये कितने हैं 9500 तो पूरा तो मेल्स 10 12 22 14 18 16 8 18 16 8 ठीक है difference between number of females in B to males in E 8 into 95 डाटा करना ही पड़ेगा सॉल्व ठीक है कर लेते हैं 149500 8 8 नंबर 720 760 22 86 190 95 22 दोनों साल 90 10% 950 16 1520 24 2280 then 6 45 30 570 मेन 4500 450 480 60 540 880 10 990 56 0 630 90 820 810 80 720 8 320 360 फीमेल difference between number of female in B 220 female in B, number of males in E 810 6 600 590. Average number of female in CDE 320 710. Population in CDE 14 21 2 आणि 3 710. Total population AG take together, male population AG 810 is what percent of total number of people live in same society together? 18%. Sorry. मेल पॉपुलेशन एजी टुगेदर. अच्छा ठीक है, एजी से टोटल लेना है हमें. 18 19. ठीक है 19. 42 point something. ठीक है 43. रेशियो ऑफ नंबर ऑफ मेल्स सी टू फीमेल्स लिव इन एफ 1560. 3352. Difference between total population BD together 1710 to total population AF together 3000 3500 3610 1900. ठीक है ये कर लेते हैं. अभी एक बार इस पर देख लेते हैं स्टार्टिंग कहाँ से हो रही है. ठीक है 10 90 80 70 60 50 40 30 20 10. ठीक है. डिफरेंस बिटवीन टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट हु आर डूइंग बीटेक. Number of students doing BTech in 3 different ABC. ठीक है. Civil, electrical, mechanical. Civil, mechanical, electrical. Civil, mechanical, electrical, ABC. सिविल का देख लेते हैं. ठीक है 80 80 80 60 100 80 60 100. then 90 80 70 60 50 90 60 50 90 90 70 50 70 50. Difference between total of students who are doing BTech from BC 180 10 30. Student BTech in mechanical engineering is what percent of student BTech electrical engineering 210. ठीक है 95 point something. ठीक है. In college C 30 girls are doing BTech in mechanical. Girls boys. ठीक है 25 girls doing BTech in electrical. 20 girls doing BTech in civil. then epsilon what percent of total student boys in the same college. 8 and 3 35 ठीक है 210 64 point something. In college ABC 30 40 20 are girls, then what is total of boys? ABC ठीक है 260 40 60 18 210 168 448 60 30 70 458 क्या गलत कर रहा हूँ मैं एटी पता नहीं ये सही है कि नहीं so the following is correct ratio of student wording BTech in civil engineering from AC 5:4 4:5 है ठीक है total student BTech in electrical engineering 210 ठीक है 2 total student AR 30 more than total student in C only B ठीक है ये कर सकते हैं देख लेते एक बार रिटर्न एनालाइज माइनस अपलोड नॉट अपलोड आर्टिकल इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन return greater than analyze and approved ये नहीं करूँगा मैं ठीक है डुएबल तो है बट ठीक है नहीं करूँगा ये कर सकते हैं 3 ships SSA TTA UA traveling some distance in a river ठीक है SSA TTA UUA travel 35 kilometer upstream in 2.5 hours फोर्टीन and in upstream ये ship TTA travel. ठीक है. एटीन ठीक है. TTA travel 48 kilometer in downstream. Which is 18 kilometer more than distance traveled by SSC in downstream. 30. Ships SSC and UA travel total 5 hour and 4 hour respectively. Speed of TTA in still water is equal to speed of SSC in upstream. Which is equal to 12. ठीक है 12. Time taken by SSC in upstream. ये नहीं करूँगा. Total distance SSC in downstream is how many kilometer more or less than travel TTA in upstream. 33 3 kilometer. Ratio of total distance traveled by SSC upstream downstream. 1 hour. To TTA in upstream downstream together. 70 and then 81. 14:27. तो वेस्ट करते हैं टाइम मैंने. ठीक है. टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट IX XI XII. ठीक है. टोटल 40 32 48 40 32 48 24. रेशियो बॉयज टू दैट ऑफ गर्ल 5:3. 8 45 40 25 3 15 8 32 25 3 12 8 त्रिक. ठीक है. एवरेज वेट ऑफ गर्ल्स ऑफ क्लास X is 44 kg, which is 10% more than average weight of girls in XI. Girls in IX, XI together. 45 into 36. Then what is total weight of girls in IX? इसमें 40 है, ठीक है। 28, C120. 372. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है। The total weight of boys of XI is 630. And the split ratio of total weight of boys of X to XI. 4:9. If average weight of boys of class XI. 48. 9 into 30. ठीक है, एवरेज कैसे निकलते हैं हम लोग? 48 एवरेज वेट है, ठीक है। वन 60 x is equal to 140 14. 51 point something. Following TRP rating previous channel hashtag Z News and NDTV TRP is provided 5 times slot. hashtag Z News NDTV, hashtag Z News NDTV, ठीक है। 1 2 3 4 5. नो 12 12 15. 18 21 21 9। ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। स्लॉट 1 sum of TRP of Aaj Tak and that of Z News of all slot. Sum of total TRP of all channels together 320. $90. Ratio of TRP of 1 to that of 3. 3:2. In 5 TRP 40. 3 to 4. 3 2. And 2 to that of 4. 6:5. Sum of TRP of all slot is 107. Slot 3. ठीक है। TRP in all slot. The TRP in 3 is 25% more than 1. TRP in 5 is thrice of 4. TRP in 1 is 10. 2 and that 3 are equal. Ratio of TRP in 4 to that of 5 to 1. Okay. If TRP in Ashtak in 4, 5x is 5 less than TRP entity slot 4. Sum of TRP 4 to TRP 5 in all across all channel are 45 and 80. Five x plus b plus 2z 3b plus 2 45. Six b plus 2z is equal to 80. 5x minus 5b minus 35. X minus b is equal to minus 7. फालतू में किया। ये मिस्टेक मैं हमेशा ही करता हूँ यार, फालतू वाली। टू मिक्सचर मिल्क वाटर AB 171279। राखी is Fourier and Kriti. Hari and Mira. With after 2 years. So store sold 2 types A and B, marked 50% above cost price. Average above cost price is sold for 15 less than. Selling price in rupees. $195. ठीक है, इससे हो जाएगा। काफी बेकार गया. क्वांट इन अ डॉल टाउन शोरूम. There are $650 with each doll 3 packs of doll dresses given free as accessory. क्वांट काफी ज्यादा बेकार गया. ठीक है, अभी रीजनिंग में अच्छा करना पड़ेगा तभी मार्क्स अच्छे आएंगे, नहीं तो बेकार जाएगा मॉक टेस्ट. तो चलिए दोस्तों करते स्टार्ट रीजनिंग. ये 515 ठीक है, इसे कर सकते हैं. ट्राई तो डेफिनेटली करेंगे इसे. सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ पर्सन, इसे भी ट्राई करेंगे. 3 is added at all the digit at even position. ठीक है, इसे लास्ट के लिए रखते हैं 10th को. नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट वेस्ट. पी एस, पी इज वेस्ट ऑफ एस. एस डॉलर, एस इज साउथ ऑफ आर. आर इज वेस्ट ऑफ क्यू. क्यू इज नॉर्थ ऑफ यू. यू इज ईस्ट ऑफ टी. यू इज ईस्ट ऑफ टी. टी इज नॉर्थ ईस्ट ऑफ पी. वर्सल डायरेक्शन ऑफ क्यू विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एस. नॉर्थ ईस्ट. क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं फालतू में. डी ई, ई विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू बी. डी इज वेस्ट ऑफ बी. E is north of A. E is west of F. F is north of G. G is east of B. B is south of H. H is C. C is southwest of B. देखो D E. D is to the west of E. D is west of E. E is north of A. E is west of F. F is to the north of G. G is east of B. G is east of B. ठीक है. ओके. नॉर्थ ईस्ट. B hashtag D. B is north of D. D is southwest of B. D is southwest of C. C is north of A. A is east of E. E is north of B. With respect to B, northeast. इसे भी अभी कर लेता हूँ मैं, बाद में इतना टाइम नहीं मिलता. One person sitting in a society who is third eldest among all 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. ठीक है. I is elder than H and D is younger than J. H is the youngest person. इससे तो कुछ भी नहीं आएगा. Only 2 person are younger than G. F is younger than only J. E is the eldest. थर्ड एल्डेस्ट. ठीक है, ओनली 2 से आ रहा है. Important graph message IMP graph message. Reading book available. $25 1306. बाद में करेंगे इसे. इसे कर लेते हुए 9% सिट अराउंड सर्कुलर टेबल. 3 4 5 6 7 9 3 3 6 3 9. ठीक है. Q sit second to the right of V. S does not sit at center of W. 4% sit between R and U. U sit immediately left of P. W sit third to the right of P and third to the left of X. All person arranged in alphabetical order starting from in clockwise direction. ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. X W P U S W. तीन चार R. ठीक है. V Q S P Q R S T V W X P Q R S T. ठीक है. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम P इन क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. लेफ्ट. Q R S T U V W X Y नन. ठीक है. इसे भी कर सकते, ट्राई करेंगे. इसे देखेंगे क्योंकि छोटा है तो ट्राई कर सकते हैं. डू नॉट फॉलो स्टेटमेंट कंक्लूजन. ओनली फ्यू ARE. ऑल DRB. नो BJ. ऑल DRB. नो BC. some DRE. no DC. some ARB. some ARB. some ERC is possibility. some ERC is a possibility. Yes. 1 3. only few shirt are top. only few shirt are top. no shirt is jean. only few lowers are top. only few lowers are top. no lower is plezo. some jeans are not top is a possibility. some jeans are not top is a possibility. no palazzo is top. no palazzo is top. all top is jean. some lower R shirt is a possibility. some lower R shirt is a possibility. Yes. only 1 2 3. फर्स्ट वाला करेक्ट होगा सी। ओनली फ्यू टेबल्स आर चेयर, ओनली फ्यू टेबल्स आर चेयर, नो चेयर इज बेड, ओनली फ्यू बेड्स आर सोफा, नो डेस्क इज टेबल, some chairs are not desk, no table is bed, some sofa are not table is a possibility, some sofa are not table is a possibility, all bed are not desk is a possibility, all bed are not desk is a possibility, needed to इसे बाद में देखेंगे, इसे नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है। इज नॉट ग्रेटर देन जेड परसेंटेज, सॉरी परसेंटेज is not greater than nor equal to, is not smaller than or equal to, yu at the rate dollar, io at the rate to po sorry percentage hashtag dollar hashtag to ip iop hashtag dollar hashtag percentage at the rate and false, only one to follows, cde and at the rate hashtag dollar false, rd ref cd hashtag dollar ठीक है, नो ef ed cf at the rate and ठीक है, ओनली 3 tn dollar hashtag true, uhuj nh at the rate hashtag at the rate, ठीक है, and false jn jt percentage hashtag at the rate and dollar at the rate, yes, only 1 and 3. First 13 consecutive multiples of 4 are written from bottom to top. Word stamp are written alphabetical order against multiple of 6 from top to bottom. दो ही क्वेश्चन उसके ऊपर, ठीक है। इसे कर लेते एक बार, बिल्कुल आराम से करेंगे, ठीक है। 5 to 6 मिनट भी लगे थे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं। अप्रैल मई जून जनवरी मार्च अप्रैल मई जून, ठीक है। 525 जनवरी फरवरी मार्च अप्रैल मई जून, ठीक है। They had different number of guests in the parties, so that party hosted a month with even number of days, even number of guests, even day, even guest. Hosted month, odd number of days, had odd number of guests. No party had number of guests. Party had number of guests less than 20. No month had total number of guests more than 100. Number of person hosted parties P was equal to P a pair. K hosted 49. K and A hosted parties at the gap of 3 turns. B hosted party in January at a gap of 2 turns from the whose party 30 more guests. Whose party had 30 more guests than P's party. D's party had 26 guests. It was organized on 5th of the month. H party had twice number of guests as that in T's party. T and H organized at a gap of 3. R party was organized just before 42. The two parties were organized in May, together had 80 total. J organized party on 5 April. L party at 37. The party with 23 guests was organized at a gap of 1 party. TB were perfect square. ठीक है. B 49 or 25. D. B 25 है. ठीक है. B 25. B 25. G D2060. D36. TH. K49. R42. ठीक है, और K49. K31. ठीक है, सही है शायद. व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन नंबर ऑफ गेस्ट इनवाइटेड इन पार्टीज होस्टेड बाय पी एंड बी? पी एंड बी 6. Which of the following was last to organize the party? D or TH? Which of the following month had the maximum number of guests? 80. March. The guest there in the party organized 25 March. 61. Your person organized party after K3. ये कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. Certain number of persons standing in a row facing north, or instance they are running in marathon and each person finished the race with different rank. The one who finished the race with rank 1 standing fourth from the left end. Nine persons standing between the one who finished race rank 1 and the one who finished the race with rank 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. ठीक है. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9. ठीक है. 5 persons standing between G and H. G standing to the left of H. Only one person is standing between H and the one with rank 9. A first, F 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th H 3, 4, 5 G 3, 4, 5 G. Number of persons standing between A and D are 3 times. 3 times number of persons standing between D and B. D is standing adjacent to H. And B is standing to the right of D. 3 persons standing between C and D. The rank of C is same as the number of persons standing between C and G. Only one person standing between B and the one who finished with 5. He is standing at the end of the row. 3 persons between E and rank 5 standing in a row are not prime number. Not prime. ठीक है. तीन 3, 6, 3, 9, 10. मतलब ये तो नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 10, 11. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. ठीक है. ये D 5, BD मतलब 5. एक 2 3 4 5 B. ठीक है. ठीक है। बी फिफ्थ, तीन तीन छः, तीन नौ, तीन बारह, तीन पंद्रह, तीन अठारह, तीन 21, 22, 23। ठीक है, 24, 25, 29। ठीक है, ये नहीं हो सकता। तीन बी फिफ्थ, 1 2 3 ई, 24, 25। ठीक है, 25 टोटल पीपल है। ओके, देन सी एंड सी रैंक इज इक्वल टू जी। ठीक है, हाउ मेनी पर्सन स्टैंडिंग इन अ रो? 25। तीन तीन छः, तीन नौ, तीन बारह, तीन पंद्रह, तीन अठारह, तीन 21, 25। फिफ्थ टू द लेफ्ट ऑफ ई। A standing at the left end of the row and 3 persons standing between A and F. The one who finished the race with rank 1 standing 4 from the left end. 9 persons standing between the one who finished the race with 1 and the one who finished the race with rank 9. ठीक है, 5 persons standing between G and H. Leading to the left of H. Only 1 person standing between H and the one with rank 9. Number of persons standing between A and D is 3 times number of persons standing between D and B. 3 3 7 3 9 3 12। ठीक है, 3 person are standing between C and D. C is same as number of persons sitting between C and G. Only 1 person is standing between B and the one who finished with rank 1. B and at the end of the गलत कैसे हुआ ये? सी एंड बी 3 3 6 3 9। कुछ तो गलत हुआ यार मेरे से। Three added to the all the digit at even position to is subtracted from all the digit at odd position 81953 642. सात आणि 8 8 16 17 5 23 22। Wind chains। ये कर सकता था, अभी कर लेता हूँ। ठीक, 9 टीम्स ACD बक बुल सेल्टिक्स हीट जैज ये लेके ईस्टर्न रॉकेट वॉरियर। ठीक है, वॉरियर इज नॉट कैप्टन बाय एलन। At least 3 teams played their matches between Lakers and Pierce. Three teams played their matches between Heat and Rocket. Number of teams playing their matches before Bucks equal to after Pierce. More than 4 teams played their matches between James and West. At least 3 teams played their matches between Buck and Piston. The Warrior played their match immediately before West. Jazz Russell pair. Four teams played their matches between team captained by James and Curry. Only 2 matches played between Durant team and Celtics. More than 2 teams played their matches between Bull and Allen. Heat and Celtics played match consecutive days. Durant 5. Curry played their match immediately after Rocket. So played between Warrior and Jazz. The Eastern played immediately before Russell. Jordan team played their match before Hill. ठीक है. Durant नहीं हो पाएगा ये. ठीक है. In the question given below, each consists of 7 letter words. All the words letters are arranged in alphabetical from left to right. Which of the following vowel is immediately preceded by another vowel? Interim. C D E F G H I J K L M N P. Loyalty. C D E F G H I J K L O B V I O U S. C D E F G H I K L M N O. ऑब्वियस. काफी फालतू गया यार. एक रीजनिंग और क्वांट दोनों भी फालतू गए बिल्कुल. काफी कम स्कोर बनेगा इस मॉक टेस्ट में. पता नहीं चल रहा यार. वो अनसर्टेन वाला कहाँ पर गलत कर रहा था. मैंने 2 बार चेक किया. पता नहीं कहाँ पर गलत हुआ. तो दोस्तों इस मॉक टेस्ट में काफ़ी कम स्कोर रहा मेरा 71.85. ठीक है. तो एक बार परसेंटाइल वगैरह देख लेते हैं, क्योंकि रीजनिंग तो सबसे बेकार गया, क्वांट एक बार ठीक था बट रीजनिंग काफ़ी बेकार गया। तो 71.85 स्कोर रहा, 17 मेरे गलत हुए, 81% एक्यूरेसी रही। और जीए में 11 किए, 9 सही रहे, 8.5 मार्क्स बने इसमें। और इंग्लिश में 36 किए, 26 सही रहे, 10 गलत हुए, तो इसमें 64 परसेंटाइल रहा इंग्लिश में। क्वांट में 25 किए, 3 गलत हुए, तो 21.25 स्कोर बना, 77 परसेंटाइल। रीजनिंग में 18 किए, 2 गलत हुए, 18.60 स्कोर बना और 44 परसेंटाइल। और ओवरऑल परसेंटाइल काफ़ी कम, 58 ही रहा बस। और एक बार देख लेते हैं, ये भी इजी कैटेगरी में है क्योंकि इतने मार्क्स पर भी 58 परसेंटाइल है सिर्फ, ठीक है। तो इसमें काफ़ी खराब रहा, एक बार मैं देख लेता हूँ वो, ये इसमें क्या गलत हुआ मेरा, एक बार मैं वो देख लेता हूँ। मिसली ने अपना रीजनिंग का वो था ना अनसर्टेन वाला पजल, उसमें। ठीक है, ए 2 छोड़कर फर्स्ट रैंक, देन इमीडिएट राइट एफ, 3 4 छोड़कर जी, 3 4 छोड़कर जी, 2 छोड़कर सी, देन 9th 1 1 छोड़कर एच, डी 3 छोड़कर सी, 1 2 3, अच्छा ठीक है, 5 छोड़कर, 3 4 छोड़कर बी, बी और डी में 5 आने चाहिए ना, क्योंकि ए और डी 3 टाइम्स है, ठीक है। यहाँ पर कंडीशन है नंबर ऑफ पर्सन स्टैंडिंग इन ए एंड डी और 3 टाइम्स ऑफ नंबर ऑफ पर्सन स्टैंडिंग इन डी एंड बी, डी एंड बी में 4 है, ठीक है। ए एंड डी में 12 होनी चाहिए, 3 3 6 3 9 3 12 13 14 15, देखो डी एंड बी में पर्सन कितने हैं, 1 2 3 4, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पर 12 होनी चाहिए ए एंड डी के बीच में, 3 3 6 3 9 3 12 13 14 15। तो ये गलत है दोस्तों, क्वेश्चन गलत ही है, क्वेश्चन 100%। नहीं तो इसके 5 मार्क्स और आ जाते। आप एक बार कमेंट करके दोस्तों कंफर्म ज़रूर करना कि सही है या गलत तो क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। तो मेरा तो काफ़ी कम स्कोर रहा दोस्तों। तो दोस्तों आप एक बार अपना स्कोर कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताना। दोस्तों मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, थैंक यू।